On the bright side today in Cleveland, it was sunny out. The rest of the AFC North took a beating. The defense actually played good until they wore down from being on the field for fucking every goddamn play. The glaring weaknesses. Brandon Weeden. 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 Trent Richardson. Could that possibly be the worst draft in NFL history? The Cleveland Browns traded up for Trent Richardson and Brandon Weeden in the first round last year, and both of them suck. Trent Richardson, apologist. What do you have to say now? He's not injured this year, and yet he's still tiptoeing around like a bitch. Poorly coached game by Rob Chudzinski. This was an exact carbon copy of last year's Eagles-Browns home opener loss. When we had a chance to win the game, Brandon Weeden threw 4 interceptions and looked horrible. Today was basically much of the same. All we had to do last year was change quarterbacks. But no! We didn't do that. The stupid coaches for the Cleveland Browns left Weeden in there. Thank God we have a beast front seven that puts pressure on the quarterback for the opposing team and can keep us in some games this year. However, why you didn't take out Brandon Weeden after, the Brandon Weeden apologists think he was pressured. Let me tell you something. When he wasn't pressured, everything was behind the receiver, over the receiver's head, on the ground, whatever. The guy is not an NFL quarterback. It's too fast for him up here. All right? The coaches should have been able to recognize this and rectify it. Chudzinski, what the fuck were you thinking? And Nerve Turner, you've got a brilliant track record. Great track record everywhere you went as an offensive guru. What happened today? You didn't have the gunslinger that you used to have, did you? So why didn't you just go to Chudzinski and tell him, look, we need Jason Campbell in. I don't want to hear about, well, it's the first game. It's a winnable fucking game. If you wanted to put Campbell in and bring Weeden back in next week, I'm fine with that. But we had a game here. This is when you know you ain't a good coach. When you got a winnable game that requires you to make one fucking move and you don't do it, that tells me one thing right now. You're not flexible. And when you're not flexible in the NFL as a head coach, you ain't going to win. You should have put fucking Campbell in. Let the fans do whatever they want, cry about the quarterback change, which I'm going to tell you something right now. 99.9% of them that were smart would agree with you and won the game. It was a winnable game. Not with Brandon Weeden. This kid is horrible. I'm going to tell you something right now. Robert Chudzinski, you cannot win 4 games with Brandon Weeden this year. You cannot win in the NFL with Brandon. He has seemed, I thought it was Pat Shurmur last year, but it wasn't. It looked like Brandon Weeden actually regressed. When he did have time, everything was behind the receiver. Oh, what about the one play? When Cameron caught it, and he ran in for a touchdown, but what's his name? Touched him, and they called it a touchdown, called it back. If that was a good throw, it wouldn't have required him to dive, outstretch, to catch the ball, roll around, get up, run. He would have caught it in stride. But it wasn't. So how these stupid coaches in the NFL can't recognize when your quarterback ain't got it to make a move? It's bullshit, and it pisses me off. This is the worst. Jimmy Haslam and Joe Banner, I'm making this plea to you. Because Chudzinski ain't going to fucking do it. Banner, tell Chudzinski to bring in fucking Campbell next week. This was a winnable game. We could have won this game. We should have won this game if we had an elite quarterback like Jason Campbell. I would even took Brian Hoyer. Anyone. Brandon Weeden sucks. If we would have had another quarterback besides Brandon Weeden play. Because Brandon Weeden, let's face the reality, he's 30 fucking years old. It's his second year. He's still locking on fucking receivers. The guy locks on receivers. Here's his progression. He doesn't even look at him. He knows the hot receiver, that's who he's going to. He ain't even going through progressions. The guy makes me sick. So, we had a winnable game here. And this great offensive coordinator, Chudzinski, offensive-minded coach, didn't do the appropriate things to win the game. Ray Horton, my hat's off to you. Your defense applied pressure and nullified anything the Dolphins could do until you guys wore down. And that seems to be the story of the Cleveland Browns defense all season. That's what it's going to be like as long as Brandon Weeden's our quarterback. We didn't bench him. Oh, sorry, the kid sucks. He's fucking terrible. Put Campbell in, draft the quarterback next year. Let me explain something to you. Jason Campbell actually is a decent quarterback when he gets time. I know he's better than Weeden. We all seen that last year against Oakland. He was better than Whedon. He actually had good numbers up until he got injured against us last year. So we need to make a move right now to save the season. Luckily for us, every team in the NFC or the AFC North lost right now. So we still are basically 0-0. I mean, I'm talking like we have a chance to win the division because our defense right now tells me that we have a chance to win that division with a defense that good. Our defense is playing playoff caliber defense, no doubt about it. But you can only run them out there in the heat for so many fucking plays until they get worn down like they did in the fourth quarter. So if I was the head coach, Jimmy Haslam and Joe Banner, that shit wouldn't have happened. As soon as I seen like in the first quarter Brandon Whedon couldn't do it, he's getting Yank Campbell's going in. That's the problem. You hired a fucking puppet, an offensive coordinator. Tedeschi ain't no fucking head coach. So I said my piece on that. I'm really upset right now. I would like to go off more, but I got such a headache from yelling at that fucking TV set and yelling at Brandon Whedon and wishing all kind of bad things because I got news for you. I can't handle ineptitude as an offensive coordinator and a head coach when they see a quarterback that struggles. Why not take his ass out? Don't tell me about confidence, because chances are 99.9% of the time, if you're worried about a grown adult's confidence by yanking him out of his dog, guess what? He ain't the man to go to in the fourth quarter in a big game anyway. So Brandon Whedon is nothing more than a backup quarterback. I was wrong about him. I thought he was better than Colt McCoy, but I'm going to tell you something right now. I wish to God Colt McCoy was our starter right now over Brandon Whedon. Brandon Whedon is garbage, complete garbage at this level. The game is too fast for him. He cannot comprehend it. When is the last time you've seen an NFL quarterback in a Norv Turner offense look this horrible? And Rob Tedeschi, you got Cameron Wade coming off the edge, and what do? You put up a 125-pound linebacker or running back over to block his ass, or the weakest ass running back. You don't even know how to get goddamn blocks going on. And one other thing, too, before I get off this stuff, Trent Richardson is the biggest waste of a fucking running back. This isn't Alabama. You don't have that massive offensive line going against scrub-ass schools in the SEC. You don't have that no more. You got NFL lines in front of you. You can't play like you did in college. And you can't get that through your fucking head. And everyone talk about him being shifty. Man, watching him go into different gears, shifting gears, is like watching a cement truck going uphill. The guy sucks. Biggest waste of draft picks was Trent Richardson and fucking Brandon Whedon. I don't blame, thank God, Banner. You know, I owe you an apology too, because I came in here and I said, Banner, I hated this guy. I owe you an apology. I know why you got rid of Tom Heckert, and well, I knew you got rid of Holmgren the scrub. But, Trent Richardson was a horrible draft. I don't know who's worse, him or Whedon. Who is worse, him or Whedon? I got to say Trent Richardson right now. Well, Whedon's absolutely the worst quarterback I've ever seen, but Trent Richardson's absolutely terrible. We need to bench Whedon for good. I'm disgusted. And Trent Richardson, we need to cut him. He's garbage. The guy, it's going to take him 3 or 4 years to learn how to run behind an offensive line. Just not going to. Now, granted, we have injuries on the left side of our line, or the right side of our line, or the inside of our line, the guard, what's his name? Guy got injured, whatever, he got injured. So we got backup who was face mask. I understand that, but still, we've seen this last year from Trent Richardson. Oh, one other thing too, the loss of Josh Gordon, unbelievable. Travis Benjamin, another guy we drafted, and I think last year, terrible draft pick. The guy's 100, he's a fucking 2x4. You drafted a kick returner in the top, 3 rounds? The guy's fucking terrible, we can't catch a ball. So we miss Josh Gordon, no doubt about it, and we better hope to God he never gets suspended again. Because our offense is completely... And you know, all these guys are saying, you got to catch balls. No, you got to have balls thrown to you to catch them. So, I'm very disinterested right now. I was going to quit the Browns tonight for good. But being that the rest of the AFC North got hammered, there's still hope. And the only hope I got is hoping that I hear Jason Campbell is taking first-team reps with the first-team reps this week in quarterback. Because I'm telling you right now, the only chance we got in Baltimore is to get Jason Campbell the ball. I can't believe we got Brandon Whedon. This guy sucks. Every ball he throws is a rocket or it's underthrown. I mean, he throws the ball 5 feet to a rock. Oh, my God. He threw a ball to Trent Richardson 3 feet in front of him when he was covered, blanketed by two linebackers. This is the worst absolute I've ever been as a Browns fan. I've suffered the Jeremiah Castillo hit on the missed block by Slaughter, which led to the Jeremiah Castillo hit on Ernest Bynum, the fumble. I suffered through the fucking drive. I suffered through the Steelers' 24-7 lead we had at Heinz Field in 2002 playoffs. But this takes the cake right here, because I thought we were turning a corner as a new franchise. And we're not. We're a fucking joke. The Cleveland Browns are a fucking joke. We get a new head coach. A fucking joke at that. big reputation as being an offensive genius. You ain't no offensive genius. If you were, you would have realized your quarterback sucked today. You would have benched him. It is a complete carbon copy of Brandon Weeden last year's performance against the fucking Eagle exactly a year ago today. Same fucking performance. And all we needed to do last year was pull them. Pat Shermer didn't do that. You didn't do it this year. And guess what? You lost both fucking games. Norv Turner comes with a big fucking reputation, an accolade of fucking achievements in the NFL. And what's he do? I don't even want to think about it. It's a joke. Now, granted, you got the worst running back in the NFL history. You name me a running back and a quarterback that are as bad as Trent Richardson and Brandon Weeden at their position right now. You can't. You can't do it. There ain't no running back and quarterback in the NFL right now as bad as Weeden and Richardson. You can't do it. So we need to bench Weeden, and we need to, I don't know what you can do with Richardson. I really don't. I mean, maybe put him back there for punt returns or kickoffs. I don't really know. Because I'm going to tell you right now, maybe you can convert him into a field goal kicker. Because from what I've seen at Conduff, he barely made a 39-yard field goal. This is the worst feeling as being a Browns fan I ever fucking had. I want to take my computer, I want to throw it right through the fucking wall. I want to throw it through the wall, but I know if I do that, it's going to go through that wall, the next wall, the other wall, and go outside the house into the neighbor's wall because I'm just too powerful right now. I really am fucking... This is as bad as it is as a Browns fan right now. I'm fucking done. If it doesn't change by next week, if I don't see any type of vast improvement, not improvement, vast improvement, I'm talking a win. I don't want to be like 24-21. No, I want to fucking win, Chudinski. I want to fucking win, Chudinski. If I don't get a fucking win this week, I'm fucking done. Jimmy Haslam, Joe Banner, if the Browns don't fucking show me they win next week, I'm done. And all you Browns fans out there that are leaving the game early, why would you even go to that fucking Mistake by the Lake? That fucking place is... You know, it's a shame you got a Super Bowl caliber defense right now. You can't even do nothing with it because your offense is fucking terrible. Led by fucking Weeden. Oh my God. Oh my God, I just want to snap right now. I just want to fucking snap. I want to fucking go out of my house. I just wish I was a fucking missile and I could launch myself at something. I just fucking hate this. Fucking hate it. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of getting my hopes up every fucking year. And the same fucking result happens. The same disappointment that I didn't think was going to come from this new regime. I'm over there all pumped up, all excited, all amped up. And then last week was a warning sign. When I seen Brandon Weeden in the third or fourth exhibition game, or 2 weeks ago, third exhibition game, exhibition game, struggle. I said, oh my God, that's an alarm. I go, no, it ain't going to happen. It can't be. And all of it came fucking true today. The guy sucks. The warning signs were there. And Chudinski, you knew it because you even elected to play Brandon Weeden in the starters in the first quarter against the meaningless game against the Bears, didn't you? You knew it. You seen it. But you didn't rectify it on fucking game day. You didn't fucking rectify it. You just fuck it. I'm fucking pissed. I want to go off so fucking... I got such a headache right now. It's amazing. I got glasses. I got a headache. I just want to punch a wall. I swear to God, I want to launch myself through that wall. I bet I can do it. I know I can do it. But chances are... I got a headache bad. I'm so disgusted. This is as low as it gets as a Browns fan. This is the worst feeling in the world right now as a Browns fan. Just thinking you got a new start. And it's all taken away from you. I mean, a winnable game. And your idiot coaches don't recognize that Chudinski sitting on the sideline like, well, you know, if I take out Brandon, he might get sensitive and not play good the next week. No, if you take him out and he gets sensitive, then you keep him out. You bring in Jason Campbell. Look, we already know. Whoever it is, Brandon Weeden or Campbell are a gap. They're a bridge between you and the Bridgewater, whoever the fuck you draft next year. So we need to look for the future right now. I believe this team has a chance in the playoffs with that Super Bowl caliber defense. A lot of the pundits can say I'm crazy because, you know, hey, it was a little bit of a combination that we're playing a shitty-ass Dolphins offense. Yes, true, that's true. However, they went for 450 yards against Ray Horton's defense last year because he didn't have the pieces that he has in Cleveland. The Browns' front seven is a fucking beast. Anyway, this is the worst I've ever felt. Like I said, when we had the fumble, I was pissed. But Bernie Kosar brought us back that game. Him and Biner brought us back. We had no business to be in that game. If it wasn't for Biner, we wouldn't even have been there. I was real mad at the time, so I accept it now. It took me about 20 years to get over it. And the drive, I accept. I gotta go. Fuck! Why? God, they're calling Calm down, calm down, calm down.